What's up, Mr. G here, and this video is going to be for Turkey Day, which looks like this. Okay, so there's quite a bit of missing dimensions. We'll say missing dimensions. It's just kind of up to you, but the general idea is that most of the stuff to create the feathers in the background are, like, most of the dimensions are noted, so that's really what we're looking for. And then I give you some general dimensions just to kind of show you what I did. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but I'll show you how to get started here with this. So I got my AutoCAD over to one side. Up in the top right, it says scale 1 inch equals 3. What that tells me is that my title block needs to be scaled up by 3. So it's a standard size right now. And then I'm scaling it up by 3 to make it a little larger. And I'll probably start it out here somewhere. But on Canvas, if you look here, you've got the finished product there. And then if you scroll down, I kind of give a step-by-step like screenshots to show you kind of the steps you should take. So maybe I'll put that, actually I'm just going to keep that on my other screen and you can see this here, and I'll just do AutoCAD over here. So scroll down. I start with just a circle that has a radius of 4. Okay, and then I have another circle that's concentric to that with a radius of 10, and I convert that to a center line. So if you're in title block with layers, you should be able to just go with layers while your circle is selected and just change your layer of that circle to center. And then I've got a line going up from center of that circle to the quadrant, and that's also going to be a center line. So I'm going to use a thing called match properties. It's MA enter. How it works is you select the properties you want to match, like you're basically picking up these properties, and then your second click is you dropping the properties of the first click onto the second. So I use that a lot, but I don't know that I've ever really explained it. I think it's under, yeah, if you were to go to properties where like all your color and stuff is, that's where the actual tool is. But I just type MA enter because that's, to me, the easiest. So we've just created, I believe that's this circle for the body, and then this center line that gives us the locations kind of the feathers, or where the feathers start. And then each one of these feathers is to the center of the circle is 20 degrees apart. So I'm going to go to polar tracking down here and set it to, so there's not an option for 20, so I'm going to set it to 10. And then I just know that I have to count like every other, I'm going to make a bunch of lines and I have to count every other polar snap in order to get it in the correct location. So I'm going to change my current layer to center because all of these lines that I'm going to make are going to be center. So I start up here at 90. My mouse should snap at 80. I'm going to skip that one and go to 70. You want it to stop where the circle is, so if you can do that, that's helpful. So that was 70. I'll go 60, 50. Next one would be 30. Then 10. And then I think one more would be 10 the other way, right? Yeah, so 0 and then 10. Just got to kind of be careful where it snaps. You're looking for that X intersection object snap. All right, I think it just goes, yeah, one more past the like halfway mark. And you can do the same thing for the other side if you want, or if you want to save some time, you can just grab all of those and then mirror them using this vertical line as your mirror line. And then you've got the other side done. So again, each one of these should be, I'll check it just to make sure, each one of these should be 20 degrees apart. Okay, on to the next. Then I'm going to make a bunch of circles for these inner circles of the feather. They have a radius of 2. So I'll just do circle, click there, and then do 2. I'm on the wrong layer. Again, if that ever happens, I can just type MA enter, grab the properties of that and paste it onto that. And that circle just happens on all of these endpoints, so I'm going to copy. You could do half and then mirror it, just like I did the lines, but since I'm already in the copy tool and it's only a few more seconds, I'll go ahead and make those go all the way around. Alrighty. Now that I've got those circles placed, I don't really need these lines anymore, so I'm going to just erase them. Let's see if I can do this. I can't really go around. Okay, so now I've got that. I guess I should have left the first two because I'm going to need them for my dimension, so I'll leave those. And then what happens is, if you look at this location right here, the circle kind of turns into a line, and that line goes all the way into the center of this circle. This is a tangent relationship right here. So the mistake people make is they go from the quadrant, which is the diamond, and then they go into there, but that crosses the circle at 2 points, and we don't want that. So we have to do a tangent relationship here. Let's see what the easiest way to do this is. I might start my line from here, and then if you have tangent object snap on, it'll work like that. Let me just show you where that's at. So if you have tangent object snap on, how it works is, if you have a circle, you can't start a line from a tangent relationship. Like, I can't ever get the tangent to show up. It's always going to be quadrant. But if you start a line from like out in space and then attach it to a circle, it'll give you a tangent relationship. So that's the idea behind me starting it in the center here, and then I'm just looking for the tangent, which is the circle with the line on top at the bottom of each circle. So I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. I wonder if I can I kind of want to get rid of these now because I feel like they're going to be in my way. Let's do this. We'll go crazy. Well, I'm going to move these. Let's see. What if I typed 50? Okay, so I moved those 50 units straight to the right, so later I can move them 50 units straight back. All right, back to what I was doing. So line, and I'm looking, I already did the first circle, so I'm looking for the second circle, which is here, and I'm looking for the tangent of that one. And then I just continue that all the way around. Now I'm on to the third circle, the bottom of it, looking for tangent. 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 And then for the top circle, this is the one right in the middle, it actually goes on both sides. It's kind of hidden by the hat, but you want to do both sides of that top one. And then same thing on the other side. Did I miss in here? Nope, that looks good. So start there, and then look for the tangent on the bottom side of the circle. Okay, so the only circle that has two connecting is that top one. All the rest are just from the center to the bottom of the circle at the tangent location. Then from there, I think I can trim to kind of get it to look like this because these circles don't exist on the inside. So I'll try and take it slow here. Let's trim this part. I know that needs to go away all the way around. And then if you look at this, it's like this kind of overlaps. So I want to trim, looks like this. Zoom in there, whoops. Make sure that looks right. Yeah, so after that, it's just trimming, how many lines are there? 4. So once you get the main part of the circle trimmed, go back and there's 4 lines on each. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll start over here. 1, 2, ooh, this one's only got 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again on this one, it's going to be both sides, I believe. So that feather kind of looks like it's sticking or sitting in the front of all these other feathers. And then I don't need these lines anymore, so I'll go ahead and trim those out too. So that gives me the body and the main feather part. From there, there's like a little offset going all the way around. So if the circle we did originally is a radius of 2 and this is 2 3/4, we just need to offset out 3/4. So I'm going to do offset 3/4, and just offset all of these out. And then that creates, I need another like line to kind of connect back into the body. So again, I'll start at the body and look for tangent. It should just be right there though. I don't know if you'll actually get a tangent. It might just be endpoint. So we'll go make 2 lines at the bottom. That's what gives us this little starting point. And then it's again just trimming around the outside. Just kind of look at the picture and see what to trim. Looks like it kind of does something like that. Sometimes I like to, when I'm trimming, and I'm trimming a lot of stuff, I'll hit enter to end trim and then hit enter again to go back into trim. That way if I have to undo, it doesn't undo everything. Kind of take some steps along the way to prevent yourself from having to do too much work if you mess up. Okay, I think that's it. So that gets me to, on canvas, that gets me to the last part. Like essentially, that's the main focus or the most difficult part of the turkey. Everything else kind of, you know, I have some guidelines here for some stuff, but it can kind of be up to you. Colors are up to you, everything like that. But I'll go ahead and try and see if I can finish. Oh, let me bring these back over. So I moved them over 50, so now I'm going to move them straight left 50 again, and that should put them back exactly where they need to be. All right, so maybe I would do the head out. Maybe the hat. What about the hat or the head? I don't know. Let's start with the head. Radius 2.5, so 2.5 for the head, and then let's do the hat. I'll do the hat over here somewhere. So it's 4 by 3, but that gets me all the way to the bottom. So maybe I'd do. Yeah, I guess I could do 4. Did I type 4? Yeah, 4 by 3 by 4 by 3. And then this rectangle, like that 3 is all the way to the bottom. So when I make this rectangle, I kind of want to like, I guess a smart thing to do would be to make it from the mirror line there, or from the center line, and I'll plan to mirror it. So I'll make it stick out a little bit. And then I'll just mirror this rectangle to the other side. And then that'll give me essentially the hat that is the correct size. Slide that over some more. And then whatever I made this, what did I make this? Like 0.338, doesn't matter. I'm going to make another strip up here for this little buckle looking thing. So I'll go up a bit, doesn't matter how far. And then there's another little rectangle. So I'll start from the midpoint, go out a bit, offset it in. Got to use a number that's really small. I did 0.1 there, and then mirror this to the other side. Oops. I'm just kind of winging it. Just kind of winging it to make it look like a buckle. Trying to do it the easiest way that I can think of in my head. And to me, mirroring is the easiest way. I mean, tons of different ways to do that, but anyway. Uh-oh, my hatch isn't working right. There we go. Okay, hatch, give it some color. I'll do gray this time. All right, so that's the hat. The hat sits on the head. Do I have an extra line? Looks like I have an extra line there. Okay, doesn't matter where it sits. It's up to you. Your hat doesn't have to look like this. I would probably put it at the top quadrant like that and then just slide it down, straight down. Something like that. And then trim the actual circle for the head. All right. And then I've got some eyeballs and a nose. I don't know if that's a nose or a mouth. So maybe I just make a circle. You can hold control and hit the number or the arrow keys to kind of nudge things into place. And then there's another circle. Kind of looks like it's sitting inside. I wonder if I could do like a 2-point circle and then go there. Something like that. Mirror that to the other side. Then I got a triangle. I want to put that in the middle. So I make a line going down like that. Maybe I make a line that's going to represent the top of the mouth. Use the midpoint of that. Plop it in there somewhere. Now I know that line's in the middle. Just kind of use my tracking. Make the mouth. Something like that. Okay. And then, I don't know that I've ever gone through this before, but like this is a lot of objects and we're going to be kind of putting it inside the turkey's like body and stuff. If you select a bunch of objects and type group, it's not going to work. This hasn't been working lately. I guess I'm a liar. I usually will group them all together so that they are easy to select. Group. Yes. I don't know. It's not working for me. All right. Bummer. Maybe I'll just go draw a line like that. And I'll put this way up here. All right. Now I know it's in the center. And I can just slide it straight down. Looks like the feathers poke up a little bit in the background on the example. So I'll try and duplicate that if I can. So just kind of move it down to there. And then trim the feather on the inside of the hat because the hat would be in front of it so we wouldn't see all this. Guess I'd still see it there though. Yep. Okay, then I've got a neck. The neck is 1 inch wide. So I'd go down to maybe here or so. Offset it 1/2 inch each way. There's that. Wouldn't be able to see the body through the neck, so I'll get rid of that. Then the last thing I have left here looks like the legs, so I don't have very many dimensions on the legs. Looks like I made them 4, so maybe I'll start with the bottom. So I'll do a rectangle that's 1.25 because that's 1 1/4. And then I'll just go up a little bit. There's my little box for my leg. And then maybe I'd make a line coming up. Actually, I'll go from the bottom and I'll just make it go up 4. Let's offset 0.2 and see what that looks like. There we go. So there's my leg. Again, I just give you some general guidelines here. It doesn't have to be. Looks like I did some offsets to make it look funny. What about 0.2? 0.2. How about offset 0.4? So I'm just going to offset this line up 0.4 all the way up to there. There's my leg. Just attach it to the circle. If you ever want to snap somewhere and you can't get a good snap point, if you shift right click and go to nearest, it'll bring you the nearest object snap, which I don't like using a lot, but it'll let you snap to basically anywhere. So you can place your leg easily that way. So I'll plop that right there. Trim this and then mirror it to the other side. Looks like I did a little wider stance on this turkey, but whatever. And then centering it, should be able to just go to the quadrant there, bottom of the turkey would be there, quadrant there, and then draw a line from corner to corner. Pick it up from the midpoint. Oops, I forgot to put a line in here. Okay, then I can trim the bottom of this circle out. Looks like I stopped it at the middle. So I'll make a couple temporary lines that just go to there. I've already got one on the other side to trim that up. And trim that up. And the rest is just dimensions and colors. Colors are up to you. Let's do Gobble Gobble. All right, that's it.